I have random thoughts in my head, and sometimes I let them come out of my mouth. Hey, welcome back to Random Thoughts. We're here with Ashley. I'm just gonna start calling her my co-host. And I'm sure I'm gonna do more interviews with her again. So we were just talking about spanking and, society's views on spanking and how we feel about spanking, and because we're both parents and sometimes you gotta do it. So what are your views on spanking?
I definitely am pro spanking. I think that certain situations call for it. Is it something that, like, every little thing it's the answer? No. Like, I think that it should be reserved for, like, worst case scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wouldn't do it in public, probably because I'd be scared to get arrested. But and then plus it just makes you look bad as a parent if you're making a scene, like spanking your kid in front of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, definitely I have spanked my kids.
Yeah, I've spanked Angel. My issue was always when to spank and when not to spank, because I didn't spank for everything. I spanked for the really bad things, but it got to a point where everything she was doing was really bad. And it was like, how is spanking her helping if she's still doing everything really bad?
Yeah.
I mean, even like one day she got home from school and she got in trouble for fighting, and I'm like, okay, tell me how it makes sense to beat her for beating somebody else. That's not going to teach her it's not right to beat. It's just going to teach her, well, you should have did it better.
Yeah, well, just like there's, like, Gianni went through this thing, and I think every parent goes through a thing where their kid goes through the biting stage, where, like, they go to daycare, they go to a friend's house, and they bite a kid. Mm-hmm. Well, somebody told me you just need to bite him back. If he feels how bad it hurts to be bit, then he won't want to bite. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense to me. No. Don't bite. I'm gonna bite you.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the same time, like, I feel like it's a temporary solution to an ongoing problem. Mm-hmm. So in other words, if your kid is acting up and you tried timeout, you've tried, bartering, which is another thing that's debatable. Any disciplinary method is going to be debatable. Mm-hmm. amongst parents and so-called professionals, mm-hmm. who 9 times out of 10 don't even have kids of their own, but are going to sit up there and say that you shouldn't spank your kid.
Exactly.
But I feel like if you are stressed to your limit and just walking away from the situation isn't an option and you need to deal with the situation, spanking your kid is going to get them to stop for the time being. Mm-hmm. Is it going to prevent them from doing whatever they were doing again? Probably not. But are they going to, be in check at least for that time being and sit down and behave themselves after that? Probably. Mm-hmm.
I always say, though, not to spank in anger, because if you're angry, sometimes it can get out of control.
I would never spank my kid if I wasn't in anger.
True. I agree.
If I'm not in anger, I'm not going to spank my kid.
I agree. I mean, I guess, like you don't want to be raging angry.
Oh, yeah.
Because if it's
that's how,
bad,
like, people kill their kids.
Yeah. Like, I think if it's that bad, then we both need to walk away before you kill your kid.
Like, I don't care if I'm in a store, if my kid makes me that mad, I'm not gonna lash out on my kid. I'll walk out and be like, can you watch my kid for a second?
Yeah, no, I'm good for the excuse me, where's your changing room?
Yes, where's your bathroom?
I'm good for the bathroom, the changing room, even in the middle of an aisle. If there's nobody standing there, get over here, no.
I'll do a little, like, pinch.
Like, I'll do the hand squeeze. Yeah. It's like, oh, come here, let me hold your hand.
Yeah.
But, like,
or a little whisper.
Yeah. Well, when Angel was small, she was good for ignoring that. I'm telling you, my kid is bold. Like, she is bold beyond belief. She thinks she's the other parent and she can do whatever she wants sometimes. I mean, one time we went to McDonald's, and, like, this time I really felt like she needed spanking, but I was in the middle of a play place. How am I going to get at her? First of all, if you make me climb up this, you're done, okay? So she's just, I don't want to come out, Mom.
So she was running her mouth from inside the play place?
Yes, she was inside the play place. It was the one in Cary. Have you been to that one before they changed it? So she's all up in there. I don't want to come down. I'm not ready to go. And I'm just like, somebody, Angel, like little kids were down there going, Angel, your mom wants you. She's gonna beat you if you don't come down.
Ooh.
And I guess those kids are used to getting spankings because they were all like, oh, your mom's gonna beat you. And I'm just like, Angel, come on down. I can't smile for so much longer. So finally, to get her out, I went, you know what? I'll get you some ice cream. So she finally came down, and she's like, oh, Mom, I'm going to get ice cream. Bye, guys. Bye. So I took her out because this particular play place has a door separating the play area from the main area. And she's got her coat on. She's ready to go. And she's just like, what are we getting ice cream? Yeah, let's get in the car. We're going to go somewhere else and get ice cream. Okay, we get ice cream. Buckle in. Wow! I popped her a good one right across that mouth. I'm sorry. If you're going to talk back to me, you're going to get popped in the mouth. And she got popped in the mouth and she's just crying, what about my ice cream? You're not getting ice cream! Really? You thought you could talk back to me in the middle of McDonald's and not get a spanking? Really?
She was still asking about that.
Yes! And I'm just like, but you know, at that point, that was like the beginning of the escalation. She got considerably worse, like to the point
that day.
Well, no, not that day, but like in that time of our life, like it was just so bad. Like it went from talking back to stealing things to misbehaving, and to this day, people keep asking me, how does a kindergartner get suspended? You be my daughter. That's how it happened. And I always just felt so bad because I'm like, people must think I'm a horrible parent or something, but I lavish the attention she needs. She has what she needs. I don't know why she's stealing. And, you know,
I don't think there is a formula. I don't think people like to think, oh, well, she doesn't behave, so she must not get enough of this. Yeah. She must be spoiled, because there really is no formula for good or bad. I don't think.
Exactly. And, you know, at that point, though, when things were escalating, I just realized Spanky's not doing anything.
Yeah.
It's not helping.
So even now, you don't spank?
I do on occasion if the like you said, if the situation calls for it, but it's been a very long time.
Yeah.
You know, I found that sending her to the room, taking away television, I find that with Angel, taking away things makes things worse for her.
Yeah.
And that works 10 times better. Or telling her you set up a play date when you really didn't, and then taking that away, works just as well.
No, it's true. Like there's a lot of tools of the trade, whether it's bartering, like, okay, well, if you just stop, especially in public, that's when I bribe the most, is when I'm in public, because I'm really trying to do whatever I can to not embarrass myself. Yeah. And verbal conversation and me saying something is the easiest way out. Or if I'm in a store and they're acting out, okay, look, when we get home, if you just stop what you're doing right now, I promise you that we will do this.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I really do think about it, and I won't lie. I just won't do it that day. So if I'm like, okay, G, if you stop, then we'll go and get ice cream. And so then he'll listen. And then the whole day, he's like, well, you said we were going to get ice cream. And I'll be like, not today. And then when he does something good or he has a good day, then I'll take him to get ice cream.
Yeah, I like that.
So, I mean, I don't feel right about lying to my kid, but at the same time, a parent's going to say what they're going to say to try to, you know, put a Band-Aid on the situation.
Yeah, I agree. So, all in all, we agree that spanking sometimes needs to be used, but we're not saying going out and beat your child to death.
And I think that also, like, I don't know, maybe it's just my opinion, but like when I was little, I would get spanked with like my godmother used to, and my grandma used to spank me with like a wooden like cutting board.
Oh.
And we called it like the stick.
Yeah.
And like you'd get hit on your hand or popped on your butt. Like I think if you are gonna spank your kid, like I don't think that you should use like a weapon to spank your kid. Yeah. Like I think that it kind of, I don't know. For me, it causes like a detached connection. Like not that spanking is a connection. But you know what I mean? Like I just feel like it detaches you from the severity of the situation and the repercussions of the situation. Like maybe you don't feel like it's as bad because you're using something, and so you're not technically doing it. It's the object that's hurt. Like if I spank my kids, I'm gonna use my hand, and I don't think that you should hit with like belts, which is funny because my husband will hold up a belt, but I can't imagine him ever using it. Like I don't think he ever has.
Yeah.
Like he'll hit it on the couch to make like a really loud noise or something to like scare them, and that tends to work. But like I don't think he's ever used like I don't.
So I have used the belt before, only because my kid's a slippery snake, and with the hand, it's not gonna work. So I could just get right at her, and she doesn't get far. But since then, I haven't had to use it much. I just hold it up, and she's okay. I'm gonna be good.
But just like you hold up a belt, and like your kid knows that when they see the belt, it's like a connection to what's about to happen. I feel like all parents have that look. Like even when you're in public, I'm sure you give them that look. And when you get that look, you know that something's about to happen if you don't stop. And so like I feel like even if we're at home, if my husband or me shoot them that look, they better know to just stop.
I don't think I have a scary look.
You know,
I've tried to do it, and she just snickers at me or smiles.
Well, see, when I give the look, my husband starts laughing, and so then they think the whole situation is funny.
Exactly. So, like, I've never had a successful look situation. Her dad does. He gets the look all the time, and she's, oh my God, and when I was growing up, it was the same way. My dad had the scary look, and it was, okay, I'm gonna stop doing it right now.
See, that's one of the things that people debate. The people that are like against spanking think that it instills like a sense of fear and insecurity in kids and stuff like that.
You should make your kids fear you, but I don't think it does.
I don't think that it does either. Like my mom didn't really spank me. Like she just would say something like, oh, you better stop or I'm going to do this, but she never actually did what she said that she was going to do. And so I really didn't have respect for her. But my dad, on the other hand, like every once in a while he would pop you on your hand. He would just flick you on your hand like that.
My dad did that too.
And it hurt. And that's all that he needed to do. That was like the worst thing my dad ever did to me, was like just flick me on my hand. And like I just respected him so much more. And it's kind of like in school, like I don't know if it's even, if you could compare the two, but like, you know how you have that teacher in school that you remember from like grade school or high school, and they were like the strict one, and like they weren't as nice as the other teachers, and they kind of give you that tough love.
No.
Well, I did. I had a teacher that was like that, and like I would go to class every day, and I'd be like, oh, she's such a, and I don't even want to be here. I don't even know why I'm taking this class, and then, like, thinking back now, she was, like, my favorite teacher, because even though her approach at the time seemed harsh, like, I understood that it was for our betterment.
Yes,
like, the things that she was saying.
I had a teacher like that I felt that way, but I was that kid that you said you didn't like me, I did more things to get on your nerves, and then that made me happy, because it was like, I mean, this teacher, he went so far as to not let me go on the 6th grade trip, because our school went up to 6th grade, and I was just like, whatever, and I remember he got, like, a kick out of, like, because what I did was I stopped doing homework, because it was like, I don't care, and I don't like you anyway, so he got to a point where he started expecting me not to have homework, and he'd go, like, I need to ask you your homework, so I started doing my homework just to piss him off, like,
so reverse psychology.
I did my homework. But he still wouldn't let me go on the 6th grade trip at the end of the year. And I'm just like, I hate you. And that's okay. I really hate you.
But now, if you were to see that teacher, would you still have like negative feelings?
Yeah, and he's dead, so it's okay.
Oh.
But that's my personality.
I'm like that teacher that I was talking about that I like hated going to her class. Like she's my Facebook friend now.
Oh wow.
Like, and
I don't think that's one of my teachers. No, because all the teachers everybody said was hard and they couldn't stand, I got along with. Like they worked great for me. But all the teachers that everybody else liked, like I just, we just rubbed each other the wrong way. But I also have a really vindictive personality, so if you get on the bad side, I will do whatever I can to make you angry and enjoy it. So
I'm glad I haven't seen that side of you yet.
No. You probably won't. It's okay. But anyway, let us know. How do you feel about spanking? Do you spank your kids? Are you one of those parents who say go outside and get the switch? Let me know. And our random question of the day today is, what's your favorite vegetable?
I like spinach pizza. But I'm not just gonna sit there and eat spinach. Like, I only like it in pizza.
Really? I love just eating spinach out of a bowl, put a little salt and butter on it.
Okay, Popeye.
Oh, it's so good. I don't know, it's hard for me to pick one, but I just made this yummy parsnip soup yesterday. So
I've
right
never
now,
even had a parsnip.
Neither have I, but I made the best parsnip soup ever. I'll have to bring you a bowl. It's
See, I was gonna say tomato, but tomatoes aren't vegetables; they're fruits.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like maybe.
Who decided
And
that?
look at cucumber. That's a fruit too.
Is it really?
Anything with seeds is a fruit.
I did not know that.
Yes.
So like
Lettuce obviously is a vegetable.
Pumpkin
would be a fruit.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Anything with seeds is fruit.
Okay. Well, I like parsnips right now. That's my favorite right now.
Oh, I know. Jicama.
I've never had jicama.
Which to me, in my mind, seems like a fruit, but it really is a vegetable. Because it's so sweet, and I think of it as like a dessert thing. But if you haven't had jicama, you should try it. A lot of people haven't had it, and it's really good. And
I'm going to have to try jicama.
You eat it with lemon. You squeeze some lemon on it, and if you have some of that like Mexican seasoning, like the tajin seasoning with like the red pepper and...
That sounds good. I'm going to have to try that. So tell us, what's your favorite vegetable? Guys, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know what other topics you want us to talk about, because I'm sure I'm going to come and harass Ashley more to do more episodes, because we just love having her on. Alright guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye! Hey, don't just watch Random Thoughts, be a guest. Email me at thedmarie82@gmail.com and tell me what you want to talk about. And a 5th grader, right?
Yeah.
Alright, and we were talking, and I said